You're now tuned into Who's Up TV.
We just had Kenny ram a little set, spin my little flow, keep shit moving, keep a bad hoe. Nigga BA, no speaking in codes. Nigga ain't nothing like some blue sea notes. Keep shit gangsta, toting it banger. Nigga steady hating.
Cordell Moss,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Everyday My Birthday. What's going on, fam?
You know, I'm living.
First and foremost, let the people know exactly where you from. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Nassau, Bahamas. I was raised in Broward County, Florida.
At what age did you come to Broward County, Florida?
This was age 12, 13. And I believe 12. Probably a little bit earlier than that. It was 8th grade.
What was the culture shock like?
I mean, I feel like life was a little bit different then. I think motherfuckers was way harder than they is now. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was just gangster. And everybody was just outside, you know what I'm saying?
So when you moved to Broward County, Florida, did you fit in right away, or did you have like the Bahamian accent?
No, for sure. I had the Bahamian accent, but my mindset was still street because I was just, you feel me, just outside. I was curious. You know how that shit be. You know what I'm saying? When you just exploring, you trying to find a way, you trying to find different shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think what it was is my family just coming from a Caribbean Christian background. Everything is so structured. So being structured, you're confined most of the time. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be this way. They want you to dress this way. They want you to talk this way. They want you to eat this way. You know what I'm saying? So I've always thought bigger than that. And so for me, you know, I was always looking for the first thing smoking to motherfucking get outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So I was always defining that. I got an uncle. He was always on my case about shit. I was always going against shit. We couldn't watch, you know, MTV and BET in our crib. I was always sneaking, cut the lights off on the motherfucker, cut that bitch on, put the headphones on, type of shit. So I've always been on shit like that. So I always knew it was much more to the story for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So in the Bahamas, did you have any siblings that you grew up with, or were you the only child
No, I mean I got 7 brothers and sisters. You know what
that
I'm
were
saying?
raised in the Bahamas as well?
Nah. So what happened was I'm the oldest. I got one sister named Shaq. She was in the Bahamas with me too. She came for like 1 year though. But when I was raised with my grandparents, they were already up in age, so it was a lot for them to deal with me. And but a lot of my early experiences, because I was raised with older folks, well, self-management skills. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother, she was very independent. Everything she did, she walked everywhere. You know, they ain't had no washer and dry, so we had to wash clothes on the motherfucking board. You feel me? She worked in the goddamn market doing straw hats and straw fucking bags and shit. So everything was very self-efficient. So I learned a lot of those skills at a young age. Like, you have to manage well, you know what I'm saying? So that shit came easy to me. And so it just really just sparked the hustle idea for me. Just like, you know, you gotta get it, you feel me? So
Right.
second nature.
So I guess coming to America, you didn't have to struggle to fit in or anything.
I mean, fitting in is one thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, but I just respected I was just different. So it wasn't for me trying to fit in. I was just more so like just trying to peak game, you know what I'm saying? Try to see how shit is over here. But a lot of times is how society wants you to be a certain type of way so they can basically create the idea of what's normal or not. You know what I'm saying? So I always was like, fuck that. Friends or no friends. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm thugging. You feel me? So that was never my thing. You know what I'm saying? But you know what come with that. You know what come with that. You know, you don't necessarily agree on somebody's ideas. You know what I'm saying? It means you against them. And so, you know, whatever came with it. I always had a strong mind, a strong personality on what I believed in.
So at what age did you get influenced by music? When was the first time you heard rap, hip hop, and what was the first rap or hip hop song you heard?
My early experiences, you know, of course, Trick Daddy. He was like heavy at the time in rotation, especially in South Florida. But my early experiences were traveling back and forth because my mother, she was still trying to get stable in her life. And so she used to always send me up north with my auntie because my auntie didn't have kids. And so I got the best of both worlds. I got like the Trick Daddies, the JT Moneys, but I also got like the Jay-Z's. I got like the Fabulous, and I got like niggas like that. So it just really just, you know, Jada Kiss. I just thought that shit was super fly, you know what I'm saying? I had an older cousin named Tailboy, you know what I'm saying? He was an older nigga, but he was running around in the streets too. So he just really just took me up under his wing and just gave me game. He used to bang corners, you know what I'm saying? Take me to every hood, associate me with other niggas he was fucking with, and so it just developed there from there, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just 1 2 1 2, niggas like, you gotta swag this shit out, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make this shit make sense, and then you gotta come with the delivery and the message. So, you know, I got the best of both worlds, I would say.
When was the first time you tried to rap or you started rapping?
My early experiences was my boy Courtney and Muhammad. They was rapping. Like I always was mumbling shit, putting words together. I was rapping to myself, but a physical song came from my dog Courtney and Muhammad.
How old were you around this time?
This was like 12 going on 13. So this was 8th grade. And what them niggas was doing was, them niggas was rapping on tape, dubbing fucking tapes. We used to take the Kurt Franklin tapes and re-record over them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And them niggas was showing me how you supposed to do it. Hey, nah, get your bars down right. This how you gotta come. Bon, you gotta have that hook come right behind that shit. You feel me? And that's what it was. Them niggas ended up going to jail though, you know what I'm saying? And so, them niggas had robbed somebody. Them niggas had hit the house. And them niggas end up going to jail at that age, 12, 13. You feel me? So, but they gave me the early infrastructure on how to put music together and structure music and shit. Rapping, I was rapping. I was putting words together. I wasn't putting it on physical paper. I used to just say the same words over and over and over and over and over fucking all fucking day until I put a verse together. And how I really developed the structure of a 16 bar was because I was rapping on nigga shit. I just followed them niggas pattern all the way to the hook can, you feel me? I was 16 right there, you know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of like how I came about.
Gotcha. Now, being from the Bahamas and adapting to this new American Broward County lifestyle, who did you try to, was there anybody you tried to mimic in rap?
I mean,
or did you always kind of feel like you had your own style?
My first style was more like a Busta Rhymes because I knew I had a strong voice. I knew I had a strong voice, and it was Busta Rhymes and Mystical. Everybody fucking loved Mystical. This nigga went crazy. You know what I'm saying? This nigga used to talk that shit. And everybody loved that shit. And I had the same type of strong voice, and so I just figured, let me compensate in that way. That shit didn't work out, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mystical. You feel me?
Mark, that's how you feel. How you feel. How you feel. Find you the only way. What just happened? Can you rap my little set, spin my little flow, keep shit moving, keep a bad hoe. Nigga be hating, no speaking in codes. Nigga ain't nothing like some blue sea notes.
Keep the shit gangster, toting it banger. Nigga steady hate but ain't speaking my language. Keep the shit gangster, toting it banger. Nigga steady hate but ain't speaking my language. Woo! Look how fast a nigga bossed up. Woo!